What's good, y'all? It's your guy Bendu, and I'm coming at y'all with another video. And today I want to talk about something extremely important. It's one of the challenges I've been having for myself to talk about Julian Assange more on the channel. And it's not, don't take it as me not wanting to talk about him. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to be honest, sometimes I feel like people cover certain shit so well that I don't know how to make it unique to covering it myself. But I guess it doesn't matter because it's not about me. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about getting the message out there to get Julian free, to get that man free. Like, that man should not be sitting in a fucking cell for revealing war crimes of a government. Like, that's complete bullshit. Like, that's dog shit. That should not be happening. So um obviously, you know, if a lot of y'all that follow my show, you know what's going on with Julian Assange. But if you don't, just a quick recap: Julian Assange is currently sitting in a cell because he revealed our war crimes during the Iraq war. So don't believe the mainstream media telling you that, you know, this is about, you know, him colluding with Russia for WikiLeaks or for the leaked DNC. None of that shit is true. Don't believe any of that shit. This is about him and with Chelsea Manning. I'm sorry about that. With Chelsea Manning, that leaked these documents about the United States government basically committing war crimes in Iraq, specifically the collateral murder video, which you're going to be seeing right now.
Come on, fire.
The 12th of July 2007. Somewhere over a southeastern neighborhood of Iraq's capital, Baghdad. This US Army Apache helicopter was on a routine patrol searching for Iraqi hostiles. Two Reuters employees, 22-year-old photographer Namir Noor Eldin and a 40-year-old driver, Saeed Shmag, were out in search of a story when the crew of the Apache helicopter came across them. The sight of this group of men and Namir's camera was enough for the trigger-happy crew to open fire indiscriminately, killing them all.
Alright, you're clear.
The chatter over the radio revealing how desperate the crew was to fire their weapons at innocent, unarmed civilians. The US military called it an act of self-defense, saying the Reuters employees were killed in the crossfire. But only when an unnamed source passed this video on to WikiLeaks that the truth was known to the world, and the American military shamed yet again. International Desk, NewsX.
So that is a video that Julian Assange revealed, and you know, part of that is the reason why he's sitting in a cell right now. But not even just this, honestly, overall, he's revealed a lot of shit about those in power, you know. So even though the court case isn't directly about you know, the DNC leaks and the Hillary leaks and shit like that, the reason why Democrats are so adamant to see him hang basically is because of that as well, because he revealed, you know, the corruption and fuckery within the Democratic Party, and Hillary and Obama's obvious corruption as well. And he also, I don't know if a lot of you noticed, but I recently saw the Citizen4 documentary with Snowden. I never seen the full documentary. Like, I seen parts of it when I was younger, but I sat down because it was free on YouTube. So I sat down and watched the whole thing. But he was also instrumental in helping Edward Snowden basically escape Hong Kong. He was very instrumental in helping out with that. So, but they're trying to kill that man, you know, for being a truth teller and shit like that. But it's recently come out that our witness in this case lied. So let's go ahead and get into that. And I'm just going to like kind of cover like a little bit of this, and then I'm going to go into who the witness actually is in another video. But I just wanted to get kind of like I guess a monologue about this, because I feel like this is so important, man. But this is from Stunden, and it's an Icelandic newspaper. But a key witness in Assange case admits to lies in indictment. A major witness in the United States Department of Justice's case against Julian Assange has admitted to fabricating key accusations in the indictment against the WikiLeaks founder. A major witness in the United States' Department of Justice's case against Julian Assange has admitted to fabricating key accusations in the indictment against the WikiLeaks founder. The witness, who has a documented history with sociopathy and has received several convictions for sexual abuse of minors. I repeat, the witness, who has a documented history with sociopathy and has received several convictions for sexual abuse of minors and wide-ranging financial fraud, made the admission in a newly published interview in Stundon, where he also confessed to having continued his crime spree whilst working with the Department of Justice and FBI and receiving a promise of immunity from prosecution. So, you know, it's not surprising they're cutting deals with pedophiles and shit. This is the same shit they did with Epstein. This is the same sweetheart deal that Donald Trump's former labor secretary, Acosta, never forget that shit. Donald Trump literally filled his cabinet with people, not only, you know, people that directly go against his Make America Great Again message. He staffed his cabinet directly with a lot of people who had direct ties and links to Jeffrey Epstein. Like Bill Barr has very deep ties to Epstein. Whitney Webb exposes that in her work. So all of you QAnon people who think Donald Trump isn't affiliated with Epstein and the child trafficking shit, you're a sucker. Sorry to tell you. And, you know, this is another thing that Joe Biden could end with the flick of a pen. You know, this is a continuation of Donald Trump. Donald Trump pushed these charges on Julian Assange, and I covered this in a previous video, but Donald Trump was pro Assange and pro WikiLeaks, you know, when it benefited him winning the election in 2016. But then when it got down to it and those powers that be, you know, started pressing him, he bitched up because Donald Trump is a cuck ass bitch. Yo, Donald Trump is bitch made. And it's like, it's crazy, man, because, and then on top of that, you'll get the free speech motherfuckers, people like Ben Shapiro, Crowder, Rave Dubin, whatever, Dave Rubin, whatever fuck that nigga's name is. All of these right-wing people talking about free speech this, free speech that. Y'all motherfuckers, you know, only care about free speech when a bunch of pink-haired college kids don't let you speak at their fucking college campus or some shit like that. But when real shit like this is happening, you know, when Julian Assange is sitting in a cell rotting for revealing the crimes of empire, you feel me? When that shit is happening, when you got shit like the Israeli government on American soil silencing the voices of journalists like Abby Martin, when real free speech like that shit is going on, what's that I hear? What I hear? Crickets from them niggas, bro. That's why they can eat a dick, dog. I'm sorry for being frank like that, but it's infuriating. I'm tired of hearing about this free speech shit when it's about a bunch of fucking pink-haired college kids pressing y'all about using gender norms or shit, whatever bullshit arguments y'all having with these people about free speech, because it's not about the real, actual free speech issues that are going on in this country. And Julian Assange is the clearest representation of that. Clearest. It's can't be more black and white. And like I'm just going to mention it here quickly, but like I'm going to talk about this in another video. One of the reasons why Barack Obama didn't press on prosecuting Julian Assange was because literally the New York Times ran stories using the same leaks. So literally it was set a precedence for journalism that's unheard of. It will criminalize journalism in a way that's unheard of. This is like literally our modern day Daniel Ellsberg, you know, story playing out before our eyes, and we're dropping the ball. Like, well, we're not, the government is, but you know, these free speech people are just letting it go because they're probably empire bootlickers. A lot of them probably don't like Julian Assange because he reveals the crimes about their holy American empire. Like, you know, there's no way America can commit war crimes and shit like that. Like, and even if they did, these people were savages, they're terrorists. This is what these motherfuckers believe. This is what fuckers like Ben Shapiro and Crowder believe. That's just flat out what I can say. If they don't, they need to say otherwise and stand up for this motherfucker. Because right now, they're not speaking out for Assange, not one fucking bit. I Googled this man's video. I YouTube searched through this man's video, especially Crowder. Not a single fucking word. But every day he talking about some pink-haired college kids, man. Fuck that nigga, dog. I'm not saying fuck him because of like the whole Sam Cedar bullshit. Sam Cedar's a pussy too. Fuck him too. Like, I'm saying this shit because the morals you claim to live by, the morals you be making your bread and butter off of, you not really fucking about, bro. You're a fraud. You're a fake. Steven Crowder's a fucking fraud. Fuck that nigga. I don't want to hear about that nigga. I'm tired of hearing about him. Real shit. So, yeah. Getting back to this, the United States, you know, cutting deals with pedophiles and shit like that, it's just not surprising to me. That's like another Tuesday for the United States. So I just wanted to read through that real quick to kind of give you guys a sense of what's going on with this Assange case. And probably gonna do about 5 videos on this whole article because it's a very lengthy article. It's a very long article. I'm gonna link it down below so you guys can read through it for yourselves and shit like that. But man, like just a lot of the shit this motherfucker was doing was wild. Like apparently he was embezzling money from WikiLeaks, and that was the beef that he had with them. And it kind of sounds like the article's alluding to he may have been like kind of like he may have been allowed to do his crimes, especially against WikiLeaks, like his embezzlement crimes against them. So they would come after him, you know, like actually physically come, not necessarily trying to kill him or some shit like that, but like confront him about what he did. Like I think he embezzled like $50,000 from them or some shit like that. But it seems like the government and the Icelandic government kind of corroborates this, that they were trying to lure Assange and his fellow WikiLeaks cohorts, you know, out into the open so they could swoop in and basically arrest him, basically. So that's what it sounds like. So they were literally allowing this guy to do all types of crimes. Like apparently he was sexually assaulting boys and shit like that during this, like before and during this, when he, you know, when he turned into a narc basically for the FBI, all this shit. Like it's a crazy story, man. So it almost sounds like a fucking movie. Like somebody should make a movie about this shit. But you know, on a more serious note though, man, they're literally letting this piece of shit walk free, while they got Assange sitting in a cell for telling the fucking truth. And that's very telling. You know, they like, you know, a lot of you probably heard Bill Cosby got out today too. This is America, bro. This is what America's all about, man. It's all about exploitation. It's all about, you know, the raping of land, you know, people, physically, you know, figuratively and literally. Like this is what this country's fucking built off of. So it's not surprised, you know, when they affiliate themselves and cut deals with people like that. This is what this country's built off of. Whitney Webb wrote this one story about how Epstein was literally like picking up girls from like the war-torn like Eastern European countries and shit like that, like Bosnia and shit like that. Like he was flying in on State Department planes, picking up girls that way, like these orphan young girls. Crazy shit, bro. Some crazy shit. But you know, those are the type of motherfuckers they like to, you know, they like to affiliate themselves with, but put people like Assange in prison, man. So this is definitely free Assange, dog. It's free Assange over here. You already know what it is. Can't say it loud enough. I know I saw his father and his brother have been, you know, going around the country doing a tour. They recently went on Jimmy's show, which was amazing to see Jimmy talking about that. You know, Jimmy's had the whole TYT beef going on and shit like that, which, you know, at first was entertaining, but now it's just kind of like, all right, man, I want to hear you talk about other shit. I'm tired of hearing about how trash TYT is. I know they're fucking garbage. Like I don't want to hear it anymore, personally. Love Jimmy. Now this is a super pro Jimmy show, but you know, you got to be critical of, you know, your idols, bro. You never worship motherfuckers, dog. That's not the type of cat I am. I don't worship people, and I keep it real. Even though I fuck with them heavy, like, bro, there's more important shit. So I'm glad to see him, you know, covering this and having Assange on. And it's a lot of Assange, like the home run for Assange. I know Comrade Misty on Twitter, she talks about Assange a lot. So I definitely want to get more involved with it, because as a media person, it's important to me, because that, like, I could be him. You feel me? They can come after me. They want to. And I'm a fucking American, so it's going to be easier, and they know where the fuck I'm at. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and close the video out there, guys. Like I said, I'm going to go more in depth into this article, but I wanted to just give my general thoughts on how I felt about this, you know, this breaking news. And yeah, so I'm gonna close the video out there, guys. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Emphasis on all that, because y'all know YouTube be liking to keep independent media down. So show out and show love. And thanks for tuning in as always. Peace.